What if we assert that China is aware of America's most sensitive secrets? You won't believe it, I suppose. You will ultimately believe what we just stated nevertheless, after we tell you what China did. But given that the US has become so weak, how can China have intelligence on the US? The solution, then, is to attempt to build a vast network of data centers worth $1 billion all throughout the nation. And what the US fears is there in these data centers. Your initial question will be, why exactly is everyone so fixated on Chinese data centers? Hence, your inquiry is reasonable. Thus, you should be aware of what they are before learning how China built its data center network. Now picture this enormous structure, which is 4 miles long, loaded with endless rows of bright computer servers that are capable of storing enormous quantities of data. These are China's data centers, and they are revolutionizing digital infrastructure and technology. In a sense, data centers are the heart of the digital world. We retain and handle all of our internet data, including emails, social media postings, financial transactions, and medical records. These data centers are also larger, more sophisticated, and more numerous in China than any place else. China is aware that in order to govern the world, it must solidify the new power of the coming global information. It was stated that data is the future's will. Since they have the goods that every country wants to purchase, oil-rich countries currently govern the world. But in the future, things won't be like this. The nations having the greatest information on everything will be in power. These are the facts that have been assisting businesses in selling their goods like hotcakes. They can learn what people desire and will enjoy from the data. To put it simply, data governs everything. At this time, everyone is under the power of the person with the data. You might be curious as to why we focus on Chinese data centers. We are not alone, though. Deep down, nations like the US and the rest of Europe are terrified. Yet why would? Something will come to your attention in a short while. But first, let's examine China's data centers' construction and operation. China has enormous data centers. Millions of computer servers are housed in vast facilities that span thousands of square feet. Since they provide the infrastructure required to support everything from social media and e-commerce to artificial intelligence and cloud computing, these centers are crucial to the operation of the nation's economy. China has made significant investments in its digital infrastructure, and as a result, the nation is now home to some of the biggest and most cutting-edge data centers in the world. These facilities offer unheard-of levels of processing power, storage capacity, and speed since they are outfitted with the most recent technology. The building tale began in the year 2000, when the Chinese government started making significant investments in the nation's digital infrastructure. By the middle of 2000, the internet backbone had been established, and broadband connectivity had been increased nationally. With businesses like Baidu, Tencent, and Alibaba becoming significant participants in the global digital market, China's tech sector was beginning to boom. Due to the increased need for digital infrastructure as these businesses expanded, data center developments saw a surge. The Chinese government kept making significant investments in digital infrastructure during the ensuing years, paying particular attention to developing the nation's cloud computing capabilities. Large-scale data centers, many of which are among the biggest and most sophisticated in the world, were consequently built all throughout the nation. Nowadays, China's data center sector dominates the global tech sector. Several of the largest data centers in the world are located in this nation, notably the China Telecom Global Data Center in Inner Mongolia, which has over 10 million square feet of area. According to industry research company Technavio, China will make up around 12% of the world's data center market by 2020. Moreover, it has strengthened China's position as a significant participant in the global tech sector and elevated it to the status of a significant competitor of the likes of the United States and Europe. Nonetheless, there are worries over the possible dangers that China's expanding data center business may provide. Several analysts are concerned about China's possible exploitation of its digital infrastructure for political or geopolitical goals, as well as data security and privacy issues. As a result, Chinese technology firms and their connections to the Chinese government are increasingly under examination, notably in the United States and Europe. Perhaps the US believes that prohibiting Chinese enterprises would solve the problem, but that is untrue. So how exactly have these data centers altered China's whole landscape? The development of the data center market in China has had a significant influence on both the country's economy and technological sector. It has been fueling innovation in fields like EAI, big data, and the Internet of Things, while also generating thousands of new employment. And the significance of data centers will only increase as the world grows more dependent on digital technologies. So there's a good probability your data has been sent if you've ever sent an email, bought something online, or watched a movie online. One of the numerous data centers in China, especially as the nation's IT sector keeps growing. These hubs will only grow in significance for China and the entire world. Furthermore, the development of China's data center market has had a significant influence on the nation's economy and technological sector. The sector has supported innovation in fields like artificial intelligence, big data, and cloud computing, while also producing thousands of new employment. There are several ways that data centers might benefit China. Technology connects everything, which reduces everything to data. You might be shocked to learn that data centers are also fueling the expansion of China's real estate sector. Moreover, CNBC has provided a thorough story on this. Furthermore, given that China now has access to the data of other nations' residents, its own data may be in jeopardy. China's secrets would all be known to the US today if it had not created data centers. The reality, though, is quite different. China therefore enjoys data sovereignty. China has been constructing its own infrastructure for data centers in an effort to increase its control over data within its borders. China is better equipped to ensure that data is handled and retained domestically, which might be vital for maintaining local laws and for national security. Maybe the most significant advantage is the receipt of outside capital that will be used toward the expansion of its data center infrastructure. More success in drawing international money has been enjoyed by China. Several foreign technology companies who are looking for new locations to keep their data are interested in China because of its large and growing market. It's possible that China may boost its competitiveness in this market by investing money in data centers that provide benefits in terms of both cost and security. At this time, China has control over millions of terabytes of data, which gives them a significant advantage in terms of technology. At that time, the United States of America starts to feel worried, and it really should. As was previously said, everything you say or view on social media is preserved. This includes the content you share. Simply enough, we call these actual sites storehouses or servers depending on their function. And what is this exactly? China is home to millions of these servers because to the country's extensive network of data centers. To put it another way, the information that you see and store on your wish list is saved on some of the servers that are located in China. What about the possibility of secret files and national secrets belonging to the United States? There is a good chance that some of those are held in data storage facilities located in China. It was previously found out that information on American elections was also maintained on Chinese computers. This demonstrates the susceptibility of the United States of America when it comes to issues involving China. Share your opinion in comments. Also, click on this video to watch about another shocking project.